Sheila Foster, Archetypes of the Sacred Feminine. These are excerpts from that document. The mother archetype represents a woman's capacity to give birth and sustain life, whether it's children and families, ideas, or projects. The mother calls us to embody and nurture our physical life and the life of the planet. One of the most important tasks women have as mothers is to allow their children and creations to become who and what they are, which may not be perfect, healthy, or beautiful in a conventional way, or may not fulfill our own images, ideas, or hopes. A mother's greatest challenges are to be present in her own body and to be in authentic contact with herself and her children. Mythically, we can recognize the mother as the Greek goddess Demeter in search of her lost daughter, the Madonna with the Holy Child, Kuan Yin, or the full-figured goddess figures found at the sites of ancient matriarchal cultures. As the shadow mother, she is Medea, who kills her children, Cinderella's wicked stepmother, or any abusive mother or woman who doesn't know how to mother because she was not well enough mothered herself. A self-sacrificing mother who sees herself as a victim is a shadow expression of the mother archetype. A woman in whom the mother archetype is dominant may feel that she only lives for others, taking care of others. A mother who lives her life vicariously through her husband or children can feel like a martyr, especially when others fail to meet her expectations. When the mother archetype is in shadow, a woman may not know or be able to take care of her own physical needs. She may have difficulty being in the body, forming attachments to others, or nurturing a child. She may feel incompetent or be narcissistic and deny her child their own individuality and experiences. The shadow aspect of the mother can cause a woman to be absent physically and or emotionally from her children, or be ineffectual, controlling, demanding, clinging, devouring, manipulative, or guilt-inducing. She may simply not know how to take care of her children on a very basic physical or emotional level due to her own lack of healthy mothering. The woman with strong mother energy must learn to say no, give up self-denial, and discover what her own needs and wants are. If she doesn't, she can unconsciously burden others, especially her children, to live out her dreams and longings. It is the dark mother energy that is with her when something is dying, and she gives death when necessary with consciousness and compassion. Her presence is felt when an abortion is called for, a marriage is ending, or when an idea, a dream, a project, or some conditioned internal belief structure no longer works, serves growth, or sustains life. She is the goddess of entropy when conditions move from order to disorder. The mother is the embodiment of paradox. She is both the womb and the tomb. It's very, very deep. And that's only a portion. I mean, there's like a few pages for each of these archetypes. So I'm just kind of giving you a teaser as to what's in this paper. The Amazon. So the Amazon is in Robert Moore's system, he calls it the warrior. And Sheila is using Tony Wolf's term, the Amazon. Let me just get a little water here. The bright Amazon is often associated with Artemis, the huntress. Tony Wolff, Carl Jung's Soror Mystica, gave this name to women who are independent, unconventional, and highly capable of making their way in the world. They are adventurous, often traveling into the territory traditionally occupied by men. Artemis is also often depicted with her bow and arrow and animals, a woman of the wilds, connected to nature and comfortable with solitude. The Amazon woman usually places personal ambition above relationship, is often a career woman, a woman who fights to liberate herself and all women from patriarchal domination. She wants to and does make a difference in the world. The bright Amazon woman of today is independent, self-contained, adventurous, and attachment-oriented. She loves to accomplish things and is able to step into the world with great confidence in ways and places that have been traditionally male. Being successful in whatever she does, especially her vocation in the world, is important to her, and she may choose a public life. Often her work is more important than her relationships, and she tends to be more impersonally related to others than the mother or lover. On the shadow side, she may use personal relationships as a vehicle for getting ahead professionally, and she may deal with life's complexities in a more masculine than feminine way. She is a planner, a strategist, a doer, and she takes pride in what she does. Taking time out to rest or do nothing may be a challenge for the Amazon woman. Sportswomen, businesswomen, politicians, judges, economic or scientific achievers fit the profile of the Amazon. Trekking the Himalayas, running a marathon, marching for peace, dog sledding in the Arctic, speaking out for justice, joining the Peace Corps, or serving in the military and going to war would be things an Amazon woman would do. The Amazon cultivates the courage, heart, and strength to go beyond her known capacities, step into unknown territories, prepares herself well for the tasks ahead, and is confident that she will cultivate the skills and the knowledge that she needs to be successful. She knows how to focus on goals and outcomes and be clear about what is needed to achieve her outcome before she takes action. She very competently takes care of what needs to be done to support her life and that of her family. She makes money and she pays her taxes and bills on time. She takes pride in her skills and abilities to negotiate the outer world and has no problem asking for a pay raise or filing a complaint. She is not fearless. She is simply willing to meet her fear and keep going forward. Women who have a dominant lover or medial dimension really need the help of the Amazon to help them take their gifts into the world. If they cannot access their own inner Amazon, they can hire an Amazon woman to help them. So that's the female warrior. The medial is the magician in Robert Moore's system. It is the medial within that sends a woman on a search for knowledge of all kinds: spiritual, metaphysical, Gnostic, mystical, psychological, intellectual, scientific, genealogical, and technical. Paradoxically, the medial wants and seeks to know, yet ultimately, through life's initiations, falls in love with not knowing. Medial women are drawn towards the unknown, the outer edges of conventionality and the familiar. They may be terrified, excited, compelled, and enchanted all at once. Medial women are seekers and keepers of esoteric knowledge and wisdom, and they value gnosis, direct mystical experience. The medial dimension helps women realize eventually that they are that which they have been seeking. All women have this energy available to them in some form. At its most basic level, it is their intuition. The woman with strong medial energy is highly intuitive and loves to learn and understand how things work. She may be a healer, shaman, ritual maker, mystic, teacher, researcher, visionary artist, songwriter, musician, poet, priestess, or police detective. She may also use her medial gifts in business or the world of high technology, such as computer science, forensics, medical research, photography, filmmaking, or digital arts. She gives you a lot of examples. The power-driven shadow of the medial can compromise her integrity to manipulate, control, or violate others. No one is invulnerable to the seduction of power. The darkest shadow expression of the medial is a woman who uses black magic, satanic ritual, sorcery, mind control, or curses and spells to control, manipulate, hurt, or even kill others. The bright medial woman serves truth and assists others by helping them find meaning in their life experience, especially the difficult ones. She holds sacred space for them when they make their way and may offer silence, healing, dream work, ritual, art, poetry, music, song, dance, ecstatic trance, guided inner journeys, astrological readings, channel material, or teachings. She can be evocative, provocative, and inspiring, as well as a disturbing bringer of chaos when she's not self-aware. She can also intoxicate and entrance others and take them into sublime experiences, whether it be through a painting, a song, dance, writing, or trance. And she can lead them into harm's way if her intentions are power-driven. It all depends on how conscious she is and where her devotion lies. Okay, now the last one is the lover. The archetypal lover is the high priestess of Eros, the feminine principle of relatedness and relationship. The lover seeks relationships, union and communion with people, animals, nature, the mystery, and the divine beloved. We can recognize the lover as Aphrodite, Venus, Inanna, Lilith, Ishtar, Mother Teresa, the sacred prostitute, and every woman who is a yogini, tantrika, or priestess of the heart. She is also Marilyn Monroe, Circe, who turns her lovers into swine, the addict whose cravings keep her dancing with ever-hungry ghosts, and the sexually or emotionally abused woman who flees from intimacy. The shadow lover also appears as any woman with a distorted body image who may also have food issues, is perhaps a compulsive eater, bulimic or anorexic. She could also be the mistress, the prostitute, the other woman to the man with the motherly wife, or the woman who compromises her integrity to keep her lover or partner. The lover loves to love, loves to be in love, and is passionate about many things. She lives in and from her heart. Relationship is her primary calling, whether it is to a person, group, or place, an animal, the ocean, or the divine beloved. She may be an ecstatic who wants no limits or boundaries and wreaks havoc without them, as well as a woman whose tolerance for bliss and joy can be boundless. On the shadow side, her capacity for pain, suffering, depression, and despair can also be boundless if she's not learned skills for working with her emotional issues. She can be addicted to misery and lack of love, and highly skilled in proving that she is not worthy of love. The lover cultivates openness when she feels good, or when wounded, she can shut her heart down and be inaccessible. The lover draws our attention to beauty of all kinds, as she surrounds herself with as much beauty as possible, whether it's the natural world, her home, where she hangs out, or what she likes to do. There is always an element of beauty present. Lover women may also be drawn to the business of or avocation of beauty in some way, as artists, musicians, singers, songwriters, actors, fashion designers, interior designers, chefs, gardeners, estheticians, or hairstylists. Women with strong lover energy may get involved in professions that are oriented around relationships and service, such as psychotherapy, healing, pastoral work, ministry, Peace Corps, or working with the elderly, disabled, or animals. Helping others in one way or another as volunteer, friend, or professional is often central to the life of the lover. Her capacity to delight others is equaled by her capacity to lead them astray. In the service of love, she can experience clear seeing from her heart, and in the service of shadow, when her Amazon is not strong, she also has the capacity to be blinded by love. Deep, intimate, loving contact is highly developed in the bright lover, and lack or loss of contact can take her down the deep black abyss of despair and hopelessness. When this lover capacity is in shadow, if she is willing and truly committed to love, a woman can learn how to dive deeply into the ocean of darkness and return with pearls. So that is those are some excerpts from Sheila Foster's Archetypes of the Sacred Feminine, and I've linked the document in the description below, a link to my website where I've put that, and I've also put Robert Moore's lectures up there, because Robert Moore's lectures are now totally public.